Hey guys, Mike Sammer here. I'm with
Stuart Sinclair.
and this is the Mike and Stu Show. It's not the HGTV bullshit, it's more the real life stuff, so.
You're lucky to see me like this.
It's not
Not worth the drive.
It's not worth the drive to Acton, there you go. Plug. So, we've got a great podcast. We're going to be broadcasting this as much as we
Hopefully
can.
it's a great podcast.
It's going to be an amazing podcast. Welcome back to the Stu and Mike Show, guys.
I'm Stuart Sinclair.
My name is Mike Sammer, and welcome to another episode. And in this episode, we're talking about
Social media.
social media. He's all like jacked, social media. Why are you jacked about social media?
Because everybody's on it. My dad's on it. My mom's on it. My dad's got Instagram. So it's super important in our business, especially being, realtors.
So it's super important. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Are there successful agents who are not on social media?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So is it an integral part of real estate then? Because
No.
we're talking about real estate. We're both in real estate.
It's not, you cannot be on social media and do extremely well in real estate.
Okay.
But for me, I think it is the best way to advertise a property, advertise your services, because the amount of people, and you can also, what would be the word? You can check to see how many people are looking at things.
So you can look at the metrics of
The
it.
metrics of it,
Okay,
yes.
so fair
Sorry, the
enough.
metrics.
So what platforms are you using or are you on? Let's put it.
Facebook we've been on for years. YouTube we've been on for a number of years.
You're huge on YouTube. You love YouTube.
I love YouTube. Actually, there's an agent in California that I've been talking to, and he has done so well on YouTube, and it's such a great tool for him. So I just talk to him, ask questions. I think YouTube is an unused social media
Untapped
platform.
market.
Well, yeah, you see a lot of like kids watch nowadays with
Yes, all
all
that
these
crap. My
YouTube
kids are
stars.
always
But
on it.
yeah, so we do YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I'm not a huge fan of. I have friends that are saying, get back into LinkedIn. So we're trying back. Twitter, I don't use so often, and whatever other ones there are.
Okay.
So what do you use?
So I guess primarily I'm pretty well using only Instagram and Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook.
I think I automatically post to Twitter, but I just want to try to be as genuine as possible on it. And you're the same way, but like I just don't want to post all the same shit about houses. I want to post a little bit about my kids and my life because I really think that this day and age, it's about the story.
Yeah.
It's about the story. I think a lot of the public want to see who are they working with, who's the person that is that realtor or whatnot.
And the great thing is, what you're saying about the story is with social media, the Facebook memories, you can use social media as kind of like your photo album.
We were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, like to look back 20 years from now or, to have that kind of stuff on there is kind of...
But even now, you get a pop-up of, your kids
7
doing
years old,
something, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe my daughter was that small. And it's, so for me, and even with YouTube, I put my motorcycle trips, my trips out to California, I can go back and look at that and, kind of just be happy. It gives me that happy feeling, right?
Documented
So,
archive.
Documented archives of
Which
your
is
life.
kinda neat.
And
Now, the one thing that bothers me about social media, I don't know if it bothers you guys as well, but is you only see the wins. You only see that everybody has a
Everybody's
fucking
real on
peachy-
social media.
Has a peachy life. Everything is happy-go-lucky. No one ever has any problems. That pisses me off. That's the one part that bothers me a bit.
wait a second, you don't wake up like that? I wake up like this.
It's completely like just that's it. Exactly.
I think I would prefer to see the not wins, like the real stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, from my own personal experience, I cold call a lot. I prospect a lot. So for me,
Prospecting Ninjas
There
on
you go.
Facebook.
Take a look. For me, I'm getting like 99% of my conversations are not negative, but they're no's.
Yeah.
So I'm getting losses all the time. nobody sees that, right? Nobody sees the person that doesn't want to talk to you or tells you to go fly a kite.
I can hear your skin getting thicker.
Exactly. And everyone only sees the wins. And I think that the biggest problem with me is that people don't understand the work involved for the success.
Yeah, it's like that iceberg picture, right?
Yeah, they see that little top portion, right?
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that kind of gets to me, because it's like, fuck, man, you don't know how much work went into this. Or, oh man, you saw a lot of houses and all this. Yeah, but you don't see how much work was involved for me to get to that point.
You make it look easy, which is good on one hand, but you know, you don't want people to think, like, you want to see them. You want them to see how hard you actually work to get to where you are.
Fair enough.
It's not just, you know, I woke up today and somebody handed me a sold sign type thing, right? You want to see the things that it took to get to where you are. And you've been in the business a long time now, and it wasn't you stepped into the business and became a successful real estate agent. You had to work extremely hard to get there.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest thing. So let me ask you this. Boosting posts, stuff like that. Do you get a lot of business from Instagram or from your social media? So first of all, do you do any paid advertising?
Yep, we definitely do paid advertising.
I know we had this conversation before.
Yeah.
I know it's huge about the ROI on it, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's your feeling on that?
So-
Because it's not metricizable, or it's not measurable to a certain degree.
It's tough to measure. The good thing that I used to do a lot of print advertising. We did, you know, full page ads in the local paper and the, you know, magazines and stuff like that. Cost an absolute fortune.
I remember you showed us one of those ones.
Oh,
Wasn't it a Walmart picture?
oh yeah. But so that print advertising cost so much money, and I couldn't see who was.
Yeah.
I could see, you know, people were calling me, and things were great. With YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, you get, I think, a few different bangs for your buck. You get your exposure of either your property or yourself or whatever your goal is on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, but you can see what your views, who's looking at it, the type of people that are looking at it.
You see who it's reaching. You see how long they're looking at things. They see all that.
And you can target. You know, if I have a golf course estate that I'm trying, or a golf course home estate, something like that, selling a house on a golf course, I can target my audience of, say, people that are into golfing. You know, the age bracket that I think the people are. When I did print advertising, it was
more of a
spent $3,000 and.
You don't know who will go and hope for it.
Hope for it.
I still think some of that advertising for the social media is something. Sometimes, even though it's targeted, it's still like that. And I guess any advertising is like that. You're just throwing it out to the market.
Yep.
Hopefully, people see you. It's more of a recognition. Now, let me ask you this: social media. We're all on social media. How do you feel about that whole personal aspect, that personal life? Because you do post about your daughter. I know I post about my kids.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was at a hockey tournament all weekend. Like, it was exciting for me. What's your feeling on how much shouldn't you? I know there's some people that won't post pictures of their kids. Like, I know a couple of realtors that will put like that happy face logo on their kid's face so no one sees it.
And we are sort of like that at times. I know before, to me it was, you know, we shouldn't be putting our daughter on. But, you know, you also want people to be able to relate to you as well, right? Yeah. So
they want to know that you're a father. They want to know that whatever, all this other stuff. I think that really speaks to them on not only on a business level, but more on a personal level.
It gets to see who we are. But I do have clients that, you know, they don't want their kids on social media at all. And in my daughter's school, there's a list of kids that can't be on social media.
Wow.
So their school has their own Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, and certain kids,
parents did not consent to
they do not consent. So if they're having like a play day outside, or they're on a trip somewhere, that these kids can't be on the thing. So, you know, it's to each their own. I don't think that it's a good thing or a bad thing. For me personally, people being able to relate to who I am,
it's hugely important.
It's extremely important.
I think so too. I think because I want them to feel comfortable with me, and it kind of goes hand in hand to who am I working with, right?
Yeah. So you put a lot of you out there too.
100%.
Yeah.
You always do. I mean, that's this. I think that's the scariest thing for a lot of people. They are scared to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. For some people, it comes off naturally.
Just like being on video.
Yeah, we're on video now. So speaking of social media,
yes.
Where can people find you on social media?
So on Instagram, I believe it's Stuart Sinclair Team. On YouTube, it's The Stuart Sinclair Team. On Facebook, it's The Stuart Sinclair Team. And my website is The Stuart Sinclair Team. And you?
So on Instagram, it's getsold.ca. Facebook, you can find me at Michael Samra. You can find my business page, getsold.ca. I think Twitter is Michael Samra. YouTube is getsold.ca. So we mix them up.
And Prospecting Ninjas.
And I have a Prospecting Ninja Facebook.
Favorite show on Facebook. So just quickly, Mike will go on and he'll cold call for people that are in sales of some sort, and it is by far the most entertaining thing that I try to watch it as much as I possibly can. And I've actually been a guest.
There you have. So live TV of that. So if you have to check it out, you can also check out that Facebook page. But social media, hugely important, I think, in our business. I think it's hugely important for a lot of people in whether it's sales or whether it's some type of advertising.
Or just getting something out.
Yeah.
Like getting a word out for whatever. You see a lot of people that are doing golf tournaments and trying to raise money for certain things. So I think social media can work great.
And especially if you have like a really amazing podcast that's filmed in an amazing restaurant, social media is a great way to get that information out there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Speaking of great restaurants, we'd like to thank Villaggio.
A restaurant here in Kleinburg, allowing us to do our podcast here all the time. Amazing food, amazing service, great family. Come check it out if you get a chance.
Hope you enjoyed our podcast and have a great day.
See you guys.
Yay! That one was good, bro.
That was a good one.